Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Monday Morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from theuptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, stock index futures are mixed. Dow futures currently down 150 points, while the S&P 500 is up slightly, but the NASDAQ is up more, and that has a lot to do with Tesla, which actually ended Friday on a positive note, up $3 and change. It's up $25 and change in the pre-market on Monday morning. That is helping prop up the NASDAQ. Now, the U.S. dollar index is hitting a new high this morning, and the Canadian dollar is hitting a new low for this move. So, unfortunately for American exporters, they're making all of their products more expensive, but we're coming up to Christmas, so if you want to import anything into the U.S., you are getting an additional discount. One of the differences between the countries, of course, are the interest rates and what the central banks are doing. And if you look at the TLT compared to the XBB, you'll see that there's a huge discrepancy in the bond market at the moment because of what the central banks are doing around the world. Looking at gold, gold is up $20, $30 the pre-market this morning. It was only down a couple of dollars on Friday, had an inside day. So it's got a ways to go before it gets back on track here. If we take out Thursday's low, then $2,500 would be the next target to the downside. Trump Media still on a sell signal, inside down Friday, no change there. We need to close above $34.71 on Monday to give us a buy signal. Not expecting that to happen. Now, this week, just like last week, we'll be watching the $600 level on the SPY. Last week, we got as high as $600.17 before pulling back. We pulled back on Friday to the top of the open gap and held that. We are back on a sell signal as of Friday's close. The pros are just about to give up control. Now, last time we had some selling, we got down to the 50-day moving average and then gapped higher from there. Because of the election, so we'll be looking to see if the market continues to hold the 50-day moving average. We haven't got there just yet. Our next mathematical area of support is 578.13. Just below that is the bottom of the open gap. So far, the top of the open gap is holding us in check. If we start trading into the channel, we would expect the market to want to go down and fill that gap. If it fills it and continues to move lower, that's an additional tell, and will set off additional alarm bells throughout the market. But so far, the top of the open gap is holding us in check. We are basically unchanged in the pre-market right now, so no heavy selling in the S&P 500 in the pre-market on Monday morning. Next up, let's take a look at the most actively traded stocks from Friday's trading action. Let's start off with NVIDIA. NVIDIA is back on a sell signal as of Friday's close. It is currently trading lower in the pre-market on Monday morning. Palantir made a new high on Friday. We're heading towards $68.75. If we take that out, then $75 will come into play. Looking at Pfizer, new low for Pfizer on Friday, and we closed below $25. The bottom of our projected trading range is at currently $23.44. Let's see what happens when we get down to that level. Looking at Tesla, we talked about Tesla earlier. It's trading higher in the pre-market, holding up the NASDAQ. Lucid made a new low for this move on Friday. Our next price target was $195. We got as low as $193. Now, talking about big round numbers, the big round number for Lucid at the moment is $2, and the market tried to hold it above that and closed at $201 on Friday. So that psychological area of support is currently holding. It traded below it, but closed right at that level. If we take out Friday's low, then 156 would come into play. That would be our next price target to the downside. Looking at Amazon, Amazon's back on a sell signal as of Friday's close. We had a big reversal for Rivian on Thursday and continued to move lower on Friday, back on a sell signal. Supermicro is actually trading higher in the pre-market this morning, but we would need to close above $25.62 on Monday to give us a buy signal. That's not likely to happen. Then looking at Ford, Ford's treading water here, not a stock I'd want to have anything to do with. That is also true for Intel, which after the announcement it was getting kicked out of the Dow, it actually traded up. So we're still on a buy signal here, but not something I would chase. There's Grab, still on a buy signal, no change in trend there. A couple of wild days for New, had certainly a wild day on Thursday and then fall through on Friday to the downside, so it's back on a sell signal as of Friday's close. SoFi still on a buy signal, no change there. Now, Apple generated a buy signal on Thursday. I, mentioned on Friday morning that you probably want to wait, or at least wait and see how the market was going to open before doing anything. It did trade down on Friday, but not enough to give us a sell signal. It's up a few cents in the pre-market on Monday morning. We need a close on Monday below $223.90 to give us a new sell signal for Apple. NIO still on a sell signal, no change there. No change for Advanced Micro Devices, still on a sell signal, no change there. Looking at Damara, we had a big reversal. Even though Bitcoin is continuing to trade higher this morning, a lot of the crypto stocks rolled over on Wednesday and Thursday. And on Friday, we've got Damara trading in the channel. It was up slightly. We need to close on Monday below $19.54. There's Bitfarms, which generated a sell signal as of Thursday's close. It traded higher on Friday. And that's a couple of wild days for Bitfarms. Hopefully you took some money off the table. We hit a few of our price targets. So, if you got kicked out on Friday morning, you at least had locked in profits along the way. Now, Bank of America made a new high for this move. We're trying to hit 46.88. The high on Friday was 46.84. We're two lines away from $50. 48.44 is our next target, then $50. So, if the banking stocks, which held up very well last week, want to continue higher this week, then $50 is certainly a possibility for Bank of America. Next up, let's take a look at the TSX most actives from Friday's trading action. And we start off with Enbridge, which made a new high on Thursday, pulled back on Friday, still bouncing off the upper channel line. A close on Monday below $58.07 would give us a sell signal for Enbridge. Manulife had a very quiet trading day on Friday, still trying to get to 46.88, the top of our projected trading range. Looking at Canadian Natural Resources, it ricocheted off the upper channel line on Friday. A close above $48.12 on Monday would give us a buy signal. Tourmaline is still on a sell signal, no change there. No change for the TD Bank, inside day on Friday. A close on Monday below $78.02 would give us a sell signal. There's a new high for Suncor on Friday, trying to get to 57.81. That's our next target for Suncor. Bank of Montreal, way up at new highs here. We're stuck at 131.25 at the moment. If we can take out last week's high, then 137.50 could certainly come into play for the Bank of Montreal. Then looking at Cenovus, we're looking for a close on Monday above $22.58. There's the Royal Bank holding on to a buy signal. And on Monday, we're looking for a close below $170.85. Not looking good for this stock. It looks like we recently put in a lower high, and now we'll have to see if those lows from late October hold for the Royal Bank. Well, here's an example of extreme volatility. After making a new high on Wednesday, we rolled over, and on Thursday, we saw continuation. We ended the day on a sell signal. And then Friday, we came back into the channel, so a close above $3.30 would give us a new buy signal on Monday for Bitfarms. Then looking at Capstone, we're still on a sell signal. That would change on Monday with a close above $10.09. Not expecting a buy signal for BCE. We're holding 37.50 at the moment. We closed at 37.81. Two lines down takes us down to 34.38. That's currently the bottom of our projected trading range for BCE. Baytech traded up through the upper channel line on Friday, did not close there. We need to close on Monday above $4.20. Then looking at CIBC, still on a buy signal here. That would change on Monday with a close above $88.49. We are trying to break through the $90.63 level. That would take us up to $93.75 if we could do that. Then looking at Denison Mines, we traded up through the upper channel line on Friday, did not close there, looking for a close on Monday above $2.99. And of course, $3 should act as resistance. Air Canada, very quiet trading on Friday, closed down slightly on the day. We're trying to break through the $25 level. If we can do that, then $26.56 comes into play. Otherwise, a close below $22.32 on Monday would give us a sell signal. Okay, folks, that's all for this morning's presentation. It looks like the market may want to do a little buying at the open on Monday morning. The Dow futures are down slightly, but they're not that important. Certainly not as important as the S&P 500, which is up slightly. And the NASDAQ is up even more with Tesla trading higher this morning. I've got crude oil trading up 26 cents, while I've got gold trading up $26 at the moment. It's not really helping the TSX 60 futures, which are just up 1.5 right now. So it does look like we are going to see a little bit of buying at the open on Monday morning. You have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Tuesday morning. And once again, we'll take a look at the North American markets.